Hello there, and welcome to a new gameplay series for Dune Spice Wars. I'm Icon, and we're going to play alongside with House Harkonnen on this one. I want to play all the other factions as well, and feel free to drop me a comment and letting me know which one you want to see next. But for now, we're going to start with those nasty, militaristic, espionage-focused little dudes there. So I'm myself relatively new to the game. I have understood how it works and everything, and these series will be exploration of the gameplay, explaining what I know, doing my mistakes, so you guys don't have to. So let's get started. So the House Harkonnen's specialties are quite interesting. For one, we gain more resource production per active militia and villages, so we want to have them decked out. And the other part is we can oppress Harkonnen villages. I want to get into that later. But in general, we have a lower resource production. So we have a break-even point at 2 units stationed, which means we don't really have any particular downsides with the villages. At 5k, we gain oppression. Oh no, we gain the ability to get bonuses while a village is under oppression, which is quite insane. We should always have some village oppressed, because unit power and agent recruitment speed are quite big. And, well, 10k hegemony is suicide spam of agents. Fun. So, let's see. We can use corruption on Landsrat resolutions, causing a loss of standing for the elected faction. Fun. Gain influence upon killing a rebel. Okay. Peter the Vries, we gain stealth probes. That's more intel when we have them stationed on enemy territory. Raban, more oppression duration and 1 extra militia slot. Interesting. And military refund on unit death. No. No thanks. I want to play with Mr. De Vries because I'm going to spam those infiltration drones for more intel later. And I want to go for Raban because I like the extra militia slot, because that's more productivity for our little dudes there. I leave all the settings on medium, so this is an average difficulty run. And let's have some fun with it, shall we? So first things first, let's check out our vicinity. You always get 1 spice field shown for free early on. And let's send our little dude over there and recruit ourselves some troopers. They're cheap to build and powerful to wield.
Ready. Agreed.
So,
En route. On it. Copy that.
well, we'll have to scout out the village here. But we can't really go for access here. Let's go for a little bit faster game speed.
Our lives belong to you.
Yep, that's good. So, let's get ourselves another gunner. What I don't like about the Harkonnen gunners is they run with collateral damage. So, that means I don't like to have an overweight of gunner troops in their compositions. With the other factions, I like to use more ranged units, but here, amping up more ranged units will hurt your own troops even more. I mean, to some degree, this is pretty interesting because my troopers get stronger the more wounded they get, but, well, hire them to spread propaganda would increase my authority, or I could get some Solari out of that water cellar caravan. Okay. Just waiting for the last troops to get recruited before I start attacking. There we go.
Instruments of doom.
So here's one other village right next to us, and luckily that fight is so close that the artillery of Carthage is still in range, and that's really big. There we go. So,
Awaiting order.
ah, beautiful, and there's a blastcrete deposit living next door. So wind strength 4, that's pretty decent enough, that is. Alrighty.
Ready.
And there's another water seller caravan around. Oh, I got my first village, so we got to think about troops. So, Harkonnen's strong sides, in my humble opinion, as far as I've seen things, are military dominance and espionage dominance, so I want to try and play alongside that a bit. Pretty interesting dive over here, though, is the authority reduction there, or, well, that technology here is really good. Processing plants yield Solaris. And martial economy is pretty strong too, because it will lower the costs. In general, I feel like you should always aim to get all your faction skills, or at least think about why you should not get them. So let's see. Cruel reputation. This gives me a lower authority cost to annex villages after I use an operation, and I gain influence whenever I launch an operation on factions. Well, here we'll get the Vanguard unit directly, increases the supplies of my armies and the military base building. Down here, Central Command, more troops, more damage against militia, more command points, less manpower upkeep, that's powerful. Manpower production and all the troops. Okay, well, let's see where we can get there. Diplomatic maneuvers. It's more money. It's more money in general. So, well, we're going to start with survival training, but I think I'm going to branch off into espionage rather quickly, simply because I can increase the income of my spies quite decently with that. And that's a pretty good thing to do, no? Okay, well, so I got all the necessary resources together to conquer the next village. Let's go and hire ourselves some dudes here and build that refinery ASAP. So we need that income. Alright. That's nice. So... ah, here's finally something to scout out.
En route.
Gotta take care that we don't get mugged by a worm. But it's looking good so far. Refinery's coming along nicely too. Ooh, rare elements. Yum. Ongoing siege, we got that place. So we're not gonna pillage there. I want my villagers early on under my control. So now we're out of water and pretty much out of Solari too, but
Yes.
the point with the Solari will get fixed soonish. So here we're sitting on the border.
Copy that.
I really should conquer these territories as soon as possible. Okay, our Ga is now taken. So let's go for the militia.
Yes.
And let's see. What next? Refinery is going to be built quite soon. We got building slots open here, and with that plascrete deposit, I really want to get there. But do I need plascrete first, or can I go for the wind trap? Let's see. Yes, I need the plascrete factory first, because I don't have enough on my wallet right now. Or do I? Well, actually it's going to be okay. The income will carry me. My thoughts here are only about whether or not I'll be able to conquer soon again or not. Because the sooner I have the wind trap up, the sooner I have fresh water, and the more water I have, the more places I can raid. So we're going to get our research done quite soon, and I got my first harvester, so deploy. Let's check out how much he'll gain early on. And research done. So we got now more supplies on our armies. That alone is already really good. But let's see. Military unit manpower upkeep reduction. Interesting, but not really that necessary. I don't really think that I need those that badly. No, I want to go into the espionage tree now. This will give me extra Zolaris on Choam infiltrators, and Lanzarote infiltrators will gain more influence too. And I don't know if the data center is something I want. Wait a second. Let's think about that more closely. It's also very tempting to go for structured warehouses next. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Because structured warehouses will give me access to a building, which allows me to exploit the rare elements here. And that's going to be a very, very big thing for us. So let's check out our spice report. I got way more spice than the Emperor demands. So let's sell more of that stuff. Because, you know, Zolaris are good for you. By now, I've sent the Ornithopter onto auto recon because I really feel like that's okay at this point. Okay, let's conquer that last village there. And first agent is going to be available rather soonish. There's another plascrete deposit there. That's really interesting. And the wind trap's finished soon. I hope I'll have enough authority to take Sindad when I have conquered it. I'm a little bit insecure about that, but we'll see it. We'll see that once we get there. So, Plascrete Factory, hell yeah. There we go. It's one of my favorite starts to whip down a refinery and then get access to a province where you have a Plascrete deposit and get that down next. Because this is always the first resource which will run out. Okay, so let's send the Ornithopter onto auto recon for now. And we got an agent. So I always love to go for good old-fashioned Arrakis infiltration first, because you can use your agents so manifold this way, and the extra authority production is definitely tasty. And besides that, lots of the operations here need level 1 in Arrakis anyways. The supply drop is pretty interesting from the Spacer Guild. I would increase my income of manpower in that regard, but no. Later on. The next agent maybe, but I'm also tempted to go into the Choam. Let's see. Ghost Market. Gain a part of the target region's production. Combat drugs. Allied units in combat lose health each second but cannot die. Well. Ceasefire. Oh well. For now, I'll leave it like that. Let's take care that this comp will go well. Looking good so far, though. Yeah. No worm intervention, that's really good, but just like I thought, my authority is not high enough at this point. So now I could either pillage them, or enact them later, after camping around here a while. So, let's see. I mean, pillaging is one thing I could do, but judging from my researches, I'll not do this. We'll just wait until the increase of authority has happened. It's gonna be okay. My dudes won't heal here in the meantime, and Zindad does recruit new troops in the meantime, but that's also not going to be enough to tackle my people down. They don't lose any supplies here, so we're golden. I'll just wait until I have the 59 authority together. So far, so good. Plascrete Factory will be done soon too. I can't do much right now without the more everything, but we can extort a fine for this water cell caravan. That feels very Harkonnen to do. And there's a harvester wreck here, up there in the desert. And these things can all be accessed by your agents. That's why I love to have an Arrakis agent early on. So, go. Sometimes I wish you could see how much authority you need for the next village to conquer before you actually get there. This would be really useful. Often I just guess. I just take a blind guess. That's not good. Blind guesses are just not good at all. So, what does my ornithopter see? Raid detected. Oh yeah, raid. Oh great, a raid. Let's see. I got 3 people of militia here, and I got covering fire from Carthag. I'm not exactly afraid that there's gonna be happening anything too horrible. Yeah, it's a 3v1. I don't think they have any chance. But that shows how important it is to have your militia down. So, we can't research that right now. Ah, we're already researching there. Okay. Village under siege. Yeah, no biggie though. And we got that village now under control. Brilliant. So, let's bring our troops over to Tulwan. And after that, I want to raid Ainbu. So, let's upgrade those militias. I mean, I only benefit from that.
We live to serve.
It's one thing I like about the Harkonnen faction in general. That you gain so much by just
We live to serve.
flooding down more and more troops into your cities. That's a real cool thing. Okay, I got a nice amount of Blastcreed. Let's do something with that, but I think I'll wait until I have access to the processing plant. I think that's the best thing there. It's going to be 30 Solaris plus, and that's a really nice amount early on.
Yes.
So, well, 3v3, I don't know if I really want to do that. Is there a easier victim? No, actually not. So, well, you know what? I'm going to wait until the water cell caravan has been fined. Because, you know, I'll gain money out of that. Why the hell should I risk anything? I'm a cowardly acting Harkonnen. So, I'm very tempted to go for a second level of Arrakis infiltration. 2 reasons. First off, authority is a very, very powerful early game resource. And the second part is the levels here are also quite important. Let's see. Atomics. If I ever want to nuke somebody, I need level 3 on that anyways. And here we get to assassinate people. So, well, I got the situation with the money halfway under control. Manpower can be increased by spending money. Money is not that much of an issue. Landsrad. That would be the other thing that would be quite interesting. But, well, what's your power, superpower actually? Influence global production increase. Oh, okay. Nothing too interesting there. So yeah, I'll stick with that method. This will allow me to expand more aggressively, and I think that's a good thing. In games like these, aggressive expansion was never a bad thing, unless you are too poor to pull it off. So that's been this fine on the water caravan. And what do I get here? Random development, that's random tech. Do I want that? Yeah, why not? And there's been another water cellar caravan. So, my agents can only do one thing at a time? Tragic. Oh well. So, let's get ourselves one Vanguard unit. From all that money. And... what's that? Imperial tax paid. Wonderful. So, the next tax demand will be 175, and I got way more than that. Awesome. So, class creed upkeep increase, authority production, or less unit power. Delightful selections available. Okay, structured warehouses are down now. Advanced engineering would be, well, not really interesting, except for the plascrete production. Considering that I can be pretty much a plascrete, I can't build two of these, so this could be interesting. And martial economy, well, that's going to be interesting later down the road. Modular parts, more spice crew. No, I want the intelligence network next. I don't know where I'm going to go from that point on. I think spying logistic, because I love to have more agents. After that, let's see. Let's reevaluate after that. I'm also quite keen to grab myself another ornithopter, but...
Ready.
not sure about that. I want to see what that is. Okay, now, finally, processing plant. Plus 30 Solaris incoming. Nice. And once that Vanguard dude is around...
Knives out.
Oh, Dudette?
Okay, let's go.
We're gonna grab Ainbu. I'm rather overcautious than rash with combat in this game out of a very simple reason. Your units gain experience, and, you know, experienced units are much more powerful, and therefore I don't want to mess around and lose them unnecessarily. You know? Unnecessary waste of valuable troops is bad. And attacking with a overwhelming force reduces your own losses, always. So I gained a bit of extra progress on ground command. Nice. So where to send my agents next? Another harvester rack, yeah, why not? Let's check out this combat here. So it's worm warning.
You will have it.
Okay. Hope my dudes will survive, but... there we go. And because of things like that, like the, like this unforeseeable behavior of the worms and the like, I'm always eager to toss in a little bit more troops than necessary. So we got the resource, the processor thingy. Nice. Okay. Now let's expand. Let's expend more money. Now, research hub, more knowledge, listening post. So let's say. I'd love to have a recruitment office for just more manpower generation. Yeah, let's do this. I feel like barracks are also such a good building for... sorry, recruitment centers are just the perfect building for a remote province like that doesn't have too much going on for itself. It's not most likely not going to be attacked ever, and therefore... Ah, there was another tier 2 call thingy. So, what are you guys planning to do? And what am I going to do with that? So, I don't want gear accumulations. More plascrete upkeep for other people? No. We're just going to vote for more authority production for the House Harkonnen. With all our might. That's one thing I would benefit really greatly from, so I want to have that. So... Sandworm detected, so our harvester must go home. More random tech advancement. Where did it go this time? Into advanced engineering. Okay. I mean, these are, by all means, quite valuable. Don't underestimate them. So... looks like I have to go for the water cellar caravan next. Well, let's get some money out of them. That's going to be really good once we got access to... once we got access to buildings in the capital. Ah, here, there's another harvester wreck. Hey, there's another spice field. Okay, you know what, guys? You just get pillaged. I don't care about you anymore. I have to conquer that spice field. Definitely not gonna spend my authority on that. So, we got manpower increase. I got the votes down.
We live to serve.
We'll
And
be there soon.
we'll be getting that. Sometimes it's better to just pillage. I mean, the influx of Solari ain't bad either. So... it's totally fine. Now, I got one more building slot open here. Do I want to go for anything in particular? So... I can go now for a data center. You know what? I'm going to do that, actually. This is going to produce more intel for me. And if you go for a espionage route like that, where you don't infiltrate any of the houses early, your intel production will be rather lowish. And therefore, this is a nice counter for that problem. Research station would have been also a very valuable option, but I somehow want to focus on the espionage gameplay part of the Harkonnen. I don't know if it's actually a good thing, or if it's powerful or not. Sometimes my decisions are also made from a roleplay perspective, so... yeah. So we're quite rich now. The vote will end today, and, well... I just hope that my militia will be able to fend off these guys, but I'm quite confident. We're in a double advantage. So everybody voted to give me a plascrete upgrade thing, and they supported lower unit power. Jeez. But I got the Imperial propaganda thing, so my authority production is now higher. I'm super okay with this outcome. Hurts a bit to have less plascrete production, yes. But, well, could it be worse? Okay, militia. You sillies. That was one of the dumbest deaths that I've seen in a while, but... so it's only my gunner.
Closer to targets.
The other dudes are not in danger of getting eaten. Alrighty. Lucky me. That's a really, really big advantage there. And we fought off these guys there. Can replace that militia easily. And that's the end of the first episode, I'd say. So we're going to whip up another refinery there, and that's quite a big thing. The plasticrete upkeep regulations hurt me a bit, but they hardly stopped me. So we're going to see where this will bring us. So I thank you guys so much for watching. It's been my pleasure. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I do. I love this game already, and it's hard to believe that this is just an early access. And I can't wait to get more gameplay down, and I hope you guys come back too. So drop your comments down below, leave a thumbs up, and of course consider subscribing. There's daily content coming up from my side. All you need to do is press that subscribe button. See you guys there, and have a good one. Bye-bye.